Seguinte, pessoal, do lado esquerdo a gente tem o, do lado direito a gente tem o Balloon Boy, Winner Semifinals da Autumn Royale, beleza? A gente já passou pela fase de Round Robin, a gente tá no dia seguinte, no dia 13/10, e a gente vai estar acompanhando agora pela Winners, nosso querido Yus brasileiro versus o Balloon Boy, beleza? 0-0, primeira partida, let's go, bora. Que isso, mano? O que tá acontecendo? Meu Deus do céu.
Gets the dare on the sword now, sidelight as he comes back onto the stage, and Yus has been applying so much pressure here in just the start of the game.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, but ultimately not that much damage. The damage difference is actually relatively even. Here comes Balloon Boy, hits the Nair, has the stage control, but he's not going to chase down with that ground pound.
Neutral signature comes out, but Yus does a good job at working himself around that, gets the recovery punish, and we're back to some intensive footsies right now. GC D-Light recovery comes out, wants to try and catch that landing, he will do so with the end light.
He's doing a good job keeping that pressure on top of Yus, getting those one hits in wherever he can. Yus gonna respond with the side light. I'm actually surprised Yus is sticking so hard with this sword. Surprised the downside didn't hit.
Yeah, for sure. The great sword was working phenomenally for Yus yesterday, and being able to explode with some of those reads. Then again, you can't really read that well into the first stock, so might need to collect some more information here first.
All right, now we're seeing Balloon Boy make the swap over to the bow. Doesn't try to catch Yus's jump with that neutral sig instead. Once again, lets Yus come back onto the stage, throws away the weapon. Double exclamation point, but he fights his way up with that GC downlight into the recovery.
That spacing was so tight. GC D-Light just barely hitting. Nair comes out, and Yus now is on this great sword that we were just talking about. Has to try and find a knockout with it.
Caraca, não finalizou. Mano, é um Zariel, a gente tem que lembrar que tem bastante defesa, né?
Uses, and Balloon Boy gonna get that first stock, but he is deep red. Yus could finish this off here with the right hit.
All right. Rolling the stage carefully, able to connect the end lights, throwing Balloon Boy off stage. He's gonna need a dare now, maybe a recovery even, and that is going to be the stock. He has the weapon advantage. Do I smell the greatsword? It's greatsword time, Duke.
Dude, Yus is playing really safe on his options with the sword. Like, just a second ago, he went in and hit the neutral light as the punish.
Droga, perdeu as armas, velho.
That would have been a downlight recovery situation. Just get that KO.
Yeah, Yus juggling his weapons a little bit too hard, leaving him unarmed right now. His desperation for that weapon pickup also allowed Balloon Boy to get a couple of hits in. Finally has that greatsword in hand though, and you saw that movement. Balloon Boy dashed in, Yus creating that distance. I feel like Yus might be catching on to some of these movement patterns.
Ooh, immediate wake up GC and Sig. Yus not able to cut off the path though, so Balloon Boy got enough height that he was able to drift onto the stage.
Sidelight D-Light bridge comes out, Balloon Boy having a hard time getting back onto the stage. Yus will allow it by going back for the weapon pickup. D-Light,
Mano, o Yus consegue encaixar essa SIG como ninguém. Até porque ninguém joga de Jayan, né? Mas fora isso, ele consegue encaixar muito bem. Piada essa parte, eu acho que o único player que eu vejo fazer isso é ele, tá ligado? Tipo, que eu já vi de Jayan de outras pessoas, tá ligado? Ele é o que encaixa bem. É tipo o Fiend conseguido encaixar downlight e Sig de Hattori com espada, sabe?
Good spacing though. Yus came up, tried to hit him with the sidelight. Balloon Boy still managed to outspace it. Taking a couple of hits here, but Balloon Boy could finish the stock off. Nice, the dodge down. The recovery not going to do it.
Yus getting closer and closer to a knockout, but Balloon Boy gets one first. Sticking to probably I was gonna say probably the gauntlets. Balloon Boy sticking to the bow here, able to generate some distance here if he wants to try and play a more safe game to even out this damage, but Yus doesn't allow it. Yus plays up right in Balloon Boy's face.
Yus definitely willing to challenge that distance. Lands right in front of Balloon Boy, hits him with that neutral light. Balloon Boy getting in the wreck, GC downlight, gets him back onto the stage for a moment. Sig catches the jump.
Olha só como o menino usa Sig, boa, véi. Bora lá. E, cara, a gente tá tendo mapa Terminus agora, mapa bem diferente. Muito difícil de ser escolhido pela quantidade de plataformas que ele tem e a posição delas, tá ligado? É um mapa muito específico, eu não sei exatamente o porquê da escolha desse mapa, mas vamos ver se eles conseguem fazer alguma coisa interessante. É legal pro Zariel, porque o Zariel tá com arco, né, mano? O Zariel tem arco, Neutral Light pega bem nas plataformas, dá pra pressionar bastante. Dá pra você conseguir pegar um recovery de arco mais alto pra fazer um KO um pouquinho mais cedo. Então tem algumas opções aí interessantes pro arco. Pra Great Sword e pra espada, já não sei se faz tanta diferença. Pra Gauntlet eu também não. Eu acredito que não faça tanta diferença assim, não.
Get a combo. NSG comes out. Balloon Boy is getting used to punishing that at this point.
Yeah, I like the decision there from Yuz to go in and go for the finisher as well. Like, a lot of times he's been ending after the bridge for the mix-up, but that time he was like, you know what, just do all three. You got to think about what I'm going to do.
Gets the nair in. Second one was attempted, but it's going to be the recovery to close it out instead. Yuz sticking to the greatsword now.
Right. Trying to add up some more damage onto Balloon Boy's second stock. Balloon Boy with the neutral light, not going to quite KO. Gauntlet neutral light needs a lot more damage to KO now, but ooh, recovery not going to do it.
Recovery won't be enough. Yuz tries to get the landing. Balloon Boy doing a really good job at not allowing it. He is finally able to get back onto the stage, but Balloon Boy, I mean, he's just pressuring Yuz so well, able to push him off the stage. Still, you're falling behind in terms of the damage right now. You need to find the knockout right now. The end lights won't be enough.
He's going for whatever damage he can get. Those neutral lights will eventually KO. If he doesn't take any damage, maybe it's fine, and he didn't take any damage between the last one and this one, so kind of works out.
And light is enough to close it out, sticking it to the bow now. Now going for the weapon storm, allowing Yuz to go for the weapon pickup. It's going to be the sword.
Lots of movement coming out on both sides. Balloon Boy wanting that spacing. A lot of times bow players like to go in with that down light.
Starting a little bit of a juggle right now, doing well in the bow sword matchup, but he can just afford to take such a few amounts of hits right now. The end light comes out, the recovery won't be enough. Nice drift by Balloon Boy.
Yuz gonna fast fall down there and actually avoid that neutral signature. Balloon Boy starting to throw out some big threats here. If he can get Yuz off stage, these are gauntlets we're talking about, but it won't. Man,
Just barely.
so close.
Recovery comes out, putting Yuz down into the into deep orange right now, but he will be able to retaliate with the recovery, taking that stock off, and now clinging on to that great sword. These have been two gruelingly long games right now. These guys are trying to squeeze anything out of every single interaction.
I mean, they know what's at stake here. This is the winner's side of Autumn Royale. Winner of this goes on to Markimu. So they want to make sure they can get every lead they can and maintain it whenever possible. The falling there comes out from Yuz. Two-piece, reads the dodge, goes in for three. Balloon Boy taking a lot of damage.
Going to be massive. He goes for the off stage, picks up the dare, goes for the second one. It's going to be a recovery instead of the mix-up, and it's going to catch Balloon Boy off guard. He's able to compose himself, though. Picks up the GCD light recovery on stage, but he's deep into the red right now. Yuz only needs a couple of more hits to find the knockout. Balloon Boy needs to find something to pick up the pace.
Good dodge there from Balloon Boy. Avoided the finisher coming out from Yuz. Trying to find some damage here. Nice two-piece. But like you said, he cannot afford to get hit by a big hit from Yuz. Weapon toss, not gonna KO.
You got the gauntlets. All you can, with one or two moves, you can put the opponent in such a dangerous situation. The only problem is that you need to find those two hits without getting knocked out yourself, which at this point is only going to take really one combo.
Yuz giving him a lot of breathing room. Oh, dash jumping in. Downlight recovery, and that'll be it. Yuz up
E é
2-0.
isso.
Very good patience from you.
Balloon Boy trazendo um pique que ele traz normalmente quando no bagulho não tá dando certo, que é Diana. Inclusive Diana sem skin, que ele traz uma Dianazinha que tem tipo um óculosão, pá. Mas enfim, bora lá e vamos ver se ele consegue transformar essa Blaster em algo interessante. Porque a gente sabe que Blaster não tá no momento tipo a arma mais broken, quebrada de todas e tal.
Balloon Boy is able to pick up some damage of his own. D-Light Sarah comes out, pushing off stage, goes for the second
Caraca, Yuz, que isso? Vai com calma.
with a GC, and that is going to be used with a wonderful first stock here.
Now the confidence to go out there, fast fall down, GC downlight side air. Yuz feeling real good now that he's up 2-0.
Stuck off stage, but able to get back up with that recovery, picking up a little bit of a juggle right now. Balloon Boy doing a good job, racking up some of this damage. If he gets something here on the off stage, GC and Sig, or D-Sig, sorry, not going to connect though.
Okay, Yuz comes in, hits that recovery. Still maintaining a lead over Balloon Boy. Neutral light, nice. Dash jump into the recovery, just finding some big hits. Recovery? That'll KO, even on Western Air Temple.
Ele tá jogando legal, mas não sei se é o suficiente pro Balloon Boy, tá ligado? pra ele conseguir counterar o Yus.
Wants to be in that one jump, two jump area, height, verticality for a lot of time in the game, and it's been working out quite well, but he still hasn't been able to pick up just as many stray hits as Yus has been able to.
Yeah, I mean, just like that, the double sideline into the recovery. Yus just finding those extra hits on top of Balloon Boy.
Just ever so slightly more crisp with finding whenever those opportunities to go and get that damage. Neutral signature comes out, and I mean, Yus only took 1 or 2 hits for that entire stock. That's going to be almost a full stock lead here.
He's playing so clean and crisp. Balloon Boy is trying to punish, but Yus is just like, nah, I'm just going to keep hitting you. Don't worry about it. Goes in for another recovery. Balloon Boy with the chase. Saw the spot dodge there. Likely was looking for the opportunity for a gravity cancel neutral sig.
Gets that side light, not able to convert it onto anything though, but Yus still, as you mentioned, so clean with his movement and when to get that extra damage. Balloon Boy is starting to disrupt some of it though, able to get some damage and stop him in his path.
Ele tá conseguindo se passar muito bem de Blaster, velho. Acho que tá servindo o propósito da arma, tá ligado? O problema é que ele começou muito tarde.
Out, GC and Sig won't connect. Yus setting up for this edge guard. Balloon Boy is able to get back up, but he's gonna take 2 in-airs for it. Yus tries to go for the third one, not able to connect it. He gets the weapon throw combo, and I mean, Yus is just pushing on to Balloon Boy right now. It's gonna be...
É, viu? Ele realmente começou muito tarde, não teria como, tá ligado? Mas enfim, não se esquece que você pode receber uma aula aqui, minha, tá bom? Uma análise de replay maravilhosa. E caso você queira saber como é que são essas análises de replay, é só você tá vendo o videozinho que tá no card aí, ou pesquisar a playlist de aulas aqui no canal, beleza? Um grande beijo, pessoal, e vamos continuar acompanhando aí nossos queridos nos campeonatos.